I'm going to open this review with I love Gridskipper. I always have. And I'm not sure if you've used it in the past or now, but it might be a lot better than you think. And I mean, I'm not really sure what you've heard, but Gridskipper has a ton going for it. I have some PvP and PvE things I'm going to cover, and some of the roles aren't reinventing the wheel. They're just flat out good combinations, but there's some other ones that are a tad newer and worth it. First, the stats, and a couple things to notice here comparing to some other popular ones. First of all, look at Jurassic Green. Everyone point and laugh at Jurassic Green, but back to Gridskipper. Range, 1 behind claws and dark as before. It's got a high range stat. Stability, 1 or 2 behind. Some of the highest in class. The handling is tied for the best in class. Reload's tied for the best in class. The aim assist stat is high. But a big one that goes on top of all this is the 1.8 times zoom. Zoom helps stability, so technically the most stable with its stability stat in comparison. And zoom's also adding an aim assist at a distance. Really, really good. The stats are great. But from the space, we can talk about some things to up it more. Before we do that, a huge shout out to a continuing sponsor, and they have a great sale going on. Ridge. Up to 47% off. Yes, right now during Ridge's Black Friday sale, you can save up to 47% off on some of the best Ridge items across the site. So treat yourself, a family member, a friend. This sale is the perfect opportunity to upgrade your everyday carry. Ridge has a ton, near endless choices. The new Ridge Lite just came out. It's a more compact wallet with the same functionality. Holds 1 to 8 cards. It's made from aerospace grade materials. It comes with a lifetime guarantee. It's their smallest wallet to date. For the sports fan, your favorite NFL team, like, I don't know, maybe the back-to-back defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. There's your favorite college or MLB team. They have your back. My favorite is the Cyber Edition. It's the one I carry. Stainless steel, it's great. I've been using a Ridge for years, never going back to a regular wallet. It's slim enough to fit in my front pocket, holds up to 12 cards, still has room for cash, RFID blocking, no more bulky wallets, ever. And if you're like me and hate jingling keys, the Ridge key case is legit. I love it. It keeps everything secure and quiet, looks great. It's super sleek and can be clipped too. I love it. There's tons of sets like this brass one. It's the Ridge wallet, key case, and the brass bolt action pin. They have something for you. There's a ton of stuff on the site. There's over 100,000 5-star reviews, a 99-day risk-free trial, fast and free shipping, and a lifetime guarantee. So right now, you can get up to 47% off during their Black Friday sale. So whether you're upgrading for yourself or grabbing it for a gift, now's the perfect time. Go to ridge.com/CoolGuy, click the link at the top description or the pinned comment, and go get your new favorite wallet. Happy New Year, and thanks again to Ridge for sponsoring today's video. Real quick, let's talk about the recoil, because it's kind of important. 55, it starts straight, then trails to the left. 65 is with a barrel mod. Starts straight, then trails to the right and kind of levels out. 70 is a heavy drift to the left. I'd stay away. Same thing with 80. Same thing, but to the right. 85 arrowhead, vertical, then slightly to the right, and 100 all together. It's similar to 95, but better. I have them all on screen. The recoil is kind of all over the place. I think 55, 85, and 100 are best. The base 55 recoil you can work with. It's vertical at the start, and with aim assist and all that, I think that it's fine. It doesn't trail as hard as some of the other ones. I'm going to be talking about some combinations that you've seen, but these combinations, you have to include the origin trait. It's one of the best traits in the game. Splicer Surge. Get hits on targets, reload after, get a stack. Stacks at ×3. At max stack, 45 handling, 45 reload, and a 0.9 reload duration multiplier. When you stow it, the buff moves away. The biggest thing about all that is the scaler, because you have a weapon that inherently has low handling, low reload. The trait bypasses it. Even if you were to max out a stat, since it has a scaler, it's going to be a tad faster. It's really, really good. It's like Enlightened Action for free. There's a ton of perks that are similar, but you get it for free with this, just by landing damage. It's all on top. The base reload goes to 80, and then if you have reload mods, those are scalers. It's going to be on top. It's going to be faster. Incredible origin trait. So when we look at the perks, that's kept in mind. And the third, Killing Wind, Lone Wolf, Repulsor Brace, Zen Moment, Perpetual Motion, Demolitionist. Final Column, Multi-Kill Clip, Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, Headseeker, Elemental Capacitor, Desperate Measures. In the opening, I said that there are roles that aren't reinventing the wheel, but the full package of Gridskipper makes it really interesting and good. And also you look around on what's in the game already. As always, starting in PvE, the main role for me was Demolitionist Frenzy. It's always great. More damage, fast handling and reload, and the kills with more damage, getting grenade energy a little bit faster, throw the grenade, bypass a reload. Great on a kinetic weapon, but this is Void, and a couple things about that. Every single Void weapon in the game with this combination is either a raid or a dungeon weapon. Wilder Flight, Dungeon GL. Word of Crota, Raid Hand Cannon, Ness's Ablation, Raid Shotgun, and I actually use this role. I have over 1,600 kills with it. Demo Frenzy, Unforgiven, the Dungeon SMG. All of them are dungeon or raid weapons, except Gridskipper. And also, it's the only Void Pulse with this combination. And when you pair the trait with Frenzy, the reload's even faster because of that scaler. Great with Devour, just in general for a grenade build. But you could also play into the artifact. I have Synergy on mine. Final blows have a chance to create an elemental pickup based on the weapon type's damage. So in this case, Void, a Void Breach. On the artifact, picking up a Void Breach grants melee Picking up a Void Breach causes your next source of void damage to create a large weakening pulse, so it's really good. Great in my opinion. There's a lot to like here. There's also Repulsor Brace stabilizing rounds, but with this one, remember, you have the Origin trait reload and handling to go with that combination, so lots of fast damage with the reload, getting that kit going. Definitely look out for it. Demolitionist Desperate Measures, an interesting one. Only 16 weapons in the game have that combo, and the Void ones are Insurmountable, Sovereignty, that's the Onslaught Sniper, and Forthcoming Deviance, that's the Raid Glaive. Grenade or melee finals get you to 20% more damage. Do another, it gets to 30%. A Devour build or not, you have the more damage, it's getting the grenade faster, you can throw the grenade to keep the stack up. It's a good combo. Not flashy in PvE, but it is a workhorse. I like it. I'm keeping the Demo Frenzy roll. I think it's really good. PvP, there's some things to get into. Starting off, bringing back the stat comparison, its range and stability are high. Handling and reload is helped with the trait. So something like this, as an example, that demo roll, full bore ricochet range masterwork ballistics, 69 range, 53 stability. That's really good, y'all. You add in something like Killing Wind, that's 89 range, 53 stability. I got a number of combinations. I'm going to talk about some of them, what I felt best. Things like Killing Wind Headseeker, Lone Wolf Headseekers, some multi-kill clip rolls, some odd rolls that were just actually good. But after using all of them, I am in the Lone Wolf Headseeker camp. I'm all in on it. I've talked about this one with Bygones, a couple other pulses, recent pulses that got it. It's my new favorite perk combination. You can add in +5 stability from an enhanced Headseeker, and when you look at the stats, how it comes together, how it works out, Lone Wolf grants +20 aim assist, so 100 aim assist off the rip. That's awesome. A 0.85 ADS multiplier for a faster ADS. You get +45 reload, +45 handling, and that scalar. So it's more like 69 range, 58 stability, 67 handling, 80 reload, 100 aim assist with a 1.8 times zoom. Handling ADS has a scalar, reload has a scalar too. Headseeker's just great in general. I love it. I really do. And what I found with it, I mean, in the past we had multi-kill clip rolls. That was a big deal for it. Maybe Killing Wind, MKC, moving target, multi-kill clip. Multi-kill clip's a solid pick. Base TTK is a 0.8, 8 crits, 1 body. And with multi-kill clip 1, you can have a 0.73, 7 crit, 1 body. Tier 7 and below, a 0.67 with 7 crits. That's fine. But for this one, I think more so, the first part of the weapon is more important. Getting high range, getting high stability, as you saw with that 64 range. And if you get a nice multi-kill clip roll, maybe Zen Moment multi-kill clip, Killing Wind, Lone Wolf MKC, go for it. But I like the dueling rolls on this way more. And a side note, Desperate Measures is here. I tried that. The roll is Zen Moment Desperate Measures. At a times 1, you can get that 0.73. Tier 9 and 10, 8 crits. Tier 8 and below, 7 crit, 1 body. Not great, but not horrible either. In the end, it kind of has to fall to you, because there's a number of combinations. One of my all-time favorites is Killing Wind Headseeker, like on this old Autumn Wind, and I have it on Gridskipper too. But when you look at Autumn Wind, looking at the handling, and then you take into account Gridskipper having better stats, it has the Origin trait help for handling and a couple other things, it's just going to be a better weapon if you get this to roll as a true god roll. And there's also things like this, and I really liked this one, and it kind of goes with that dueling theme, is Perpetual Motion and Elemental Capacitor. I have 64 range, 53 stability. I get to add in +40 stability if I'm on Void. 20 from Elemental Cap, 20 from Perpetual Motion, so 93 stability, 98 with Enhanced Elemental Capacitor. And that's just flat out good. Like, it did awesome. The burst doesn't move, it negates flinch, an actual laser with high range for the class. Like, these are good. And using them, I think most rolls are best as dueling rolls. Lone Wolf Headseeker, Killing Wind Headseeker, Perpetual Motion Headseeker, Zen Moment, and I haven't talked about it, but obviously Zen Moment's a great perk for these. It's going to help that burst too, it's trailing. And if you get some damage perks, try them out, but I think that these are going to be a lot better on Gridskipper, because I always try to find value and just truly compare with what's out there, with what a weapon can do. Like, I have the Zen Moment Kill Clip Horror's Least, just flat out better at kill chaining. It's great. Better damage perks. There's Oversoul Edict, Sword Logic, it has Encore, Perpetual Motion Headseeker, Eye Headseeker, but they don't have Lone Wolf. They don't have a couple things that this thing has. They don't have the Origin trait, so that's what I would be looking for. For the most part, they're easy to get. There's tonics that you could pop, play and get rolls. If you're doing the prison, they have a pretty good drop rate in those final chests, or those in-between chests. I don't see any problems with Gridskipper. PvE has good combinations, not flashy, but they're workhorse combinations. Crucible, higher than normal zoom, more aim assist at a distance, more stability, can get high stats for range, high stats for stability, handling, reload. It has the perfect perks for a pulse rifle, Zen Moment, Lone Wolf, Headseeker, all those things. It is great, but it's going to be up to you if you're actually going to use it. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Gridskipper down below, V2, with the Origin trait. How does it compare to some of your other rapid fires? And if you have an old Gridskipper roll, how does it compare to that one? Let's talk about it. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.